Hello, good evening. How to draw support and resistance on crash and boom. Um, First of all, we need to recognize what support and resistance is all about. For example, about support is when crash is selling or when any market is selling, is going down and it's reversed and turned up, going up again. The point at which it's reversed is called a support level. For example, this is a support level. It sold up to this level and came up here. This is also a support level. It sold from this place and bought up to this place. This is another support level. It sold from here, then bought up to this level. So the opposite is the resistance. Resistance is when it is buying and it's sold at the point it's sold. This is a resistance. This is a resistance. This is also a resistance. Now, so how to draw resistance and support levels? We have two types of drawings. We have trend line drawing and vertical drawing. This is a vertical drawing. For example, this is a vertical drawing, and this is a trend line drawing. So, for example, let's draw a vertical resistance. This is a vertical resistance. Place it on this place. So expect markets to come up to this place. At least there are chances of, at least let's say, 60 to 70% chances that if this market buys up to this level, it will at least respect this resistance and at least sell for a while. Even if it's ready for a uptrend, it will still sell for a while before continuation of the trend. That's a vertical support and resistance. You can also place here also for support. Maybe the market has been buying and it is now selling, so you can place a vertical support line here, so when it touches this place you can buy. Now the trend line support and resistance, these are what we use this kind of support and resistances that are not on the same level, just as the vertical one. They are not on the same level. You draw a vertical line to connect them together. So how to connect them together is just make sure the line is touching the highest resistance, or the highest low, or the highest support. Then the end of the line, make sure it is touching the lowest resistance. Don't mind all the ones in between, in the middle. They might not touch it, or they might not touch it or touch it. So let me draw one for you so you can see. So now this one is touching. I'm making sure it is touching the highest resistance here. So this is a trend. You can see what I'm saying now. You can see this one is not touching the line. So just make sure you draw it from the highest to the lowest. Make sure it is touching both highest and the lowest. Those are your main concerns. So for example, as this market is buying now, there are chances that whenever it touches this purple line, it will sell, it will spike. At least there are 60 to 80% chances that it will spike when it gets here. Let's do the support. This one is for the resistance. So this is a support trend line. This is a support trend line. You can see it is just touching this support, and also touching this support. So anytime it sells and touches this this purple trend line again, I will buy. The pattern might continue like that. So that's how to draw support and resistance lines.